Hey you! I'm so glad you're here today. Today I'm going to show you how I use my Dragontree Rituals for Living Dreambook and Planner. So let's get into this. This is my daily planner, the Dragontree Rituals for Living Dreambook and Planner. I set up my weekly spread on the weekend, giving myself some time to get creative with my theme for the week. This is what the Dragontree Rituals for Living Dreambook and Planner looks like, all fresh and unmarked. First, I start by recording the forecast and the lunar phase for the coming week by writing down the temperatures and using my stamp markers and silver Sharpie for the weather icon that I put in the middle of the top. Then I choose the theme of my images for the week. I like to use landscapes that I cut out from wall calendars. Make sure to use a ballpoint pen. I've already measured out the size of the image that I want to cut for my journal. I like to use these cutouts to decorate my weekly spread in the planner and to make this week overview a little less chaotic by covering up my to-do list at the end of the day with them. I started this practice because I was focusing my intentions on letting go at the end of each day. Every night I would cover my to-do list with one of these cutouts, whether or not the list was finished. It was my little way of practicing letting go and not feeling overwhelmed with ink scratches everywhere. Double-sided tape is really easy to use when decorating your daily planner. I find that glue sticks can get messy. And now it's time for stickers. I flipped through my stash of stickers and filled in a few designs, dates, and important reminders. Under the main inspirational image for the week on the left side, I like to write out at least 3 items of upcoming content, and below that, a section of other tasks, and then with my stamp markers, 2 habits that I'm focusing on fostering for this week. Then I fill in my meetings for the week with a highlighter. And here's where I like to be a little bit of a rebel. I actually use the weekly bootcamp page as a weekly review at the end of my week, which I picked up from the Free to Focus planner from Michael Hyatt. I'm using the stamp markers for my trackers and creating a grid to doodle in each time I tick off a tracker. Then I write out my top 3 goals and focus for the week. And this is what every day looks like with my daily planner. I start with my focus for the day at the top of the page, then the prompt in the middle of the page, then write my gratitude note at the bottom. Then I write out my task list for the day, between them in the lower half of the day. As the day goes on, I record it in the upper half of each column from 9 to 5 with a dotted timeline. Recording my day like this helps me keep on top of my mental health by being able to see what I have coming up and where my time went that day. Now that I'm done with work for the day and my task list, I can now cover it over with a landscape clip that I cut out in the beginning of the video, practicing letting go of the day. Once that's done, I fill in my trackers with stamp markers. At the end of the week, I like to have a gist list, just get your shit together list, for all of the things that I won't have time to do during the week. Then, when the week is completely over, I flip back to the weekly bootcamp page where I started planning out my weekly goals, and I use a highlighter to highlight all of the things that I accomplished that week. And this is what your week would look like once you have all of the landscape images lined up in a weekly spread. And that is how I use my Dragontree Rituals for Living Dreambook and Planner as my daily planner. In future videos, I'll be talking about my favorite pens and supplies. If you'd like a video on how to find images and cheap stickers for your journal, let me know in the comments down below. Be sure to stick around and subscribe so you don't miss anything. I'm so grateful that you chose to spend your time with me today. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!